could be a team overseas who would love to snatch Caitlin Clark away from us and give her a crazy offer. I mean, Ice Cube was about to give her $5 million to play in less than 10 games in the Big Three. So the money is there, and if these owners are smart with it, I could definitely see more WNBA players going overseas and possibly.
In a surprising update, Caitlin may be reconsidering her decision to move to Europe. This comes after she initially announced she would be taking a break from basketball.
Really consumed my life for a year, so I feel like it'll be good for me to kind of reflect back on everything.
Caitlin might be tempted to play in Europe, as teams there are offering significant financial incentives.
Ready in Istanbul, where she will be playing for the offseason. And from the sounds of this interview, it seems like she's probably going to make more money overseas in EuroLeague than she did during this WNBA season.
After the way Caitlin has been treated by the WNBA, their viewership has already taken a hit. If she decides that playing in Europe is the best move for her career, it would be the ultimate consequence for the league.
To load up against better competition, and she played an entire college basketball season, and she didn't play well. And I said at the time, she didn't deserve to be on the Olympic team. And at the time, I felt
Caitlin Clark has taken the basketball world by storm, breaking records and dominating the court in her rookie season. But despite her success, the WNBA's treatment of her has been questionable at best. Viewership has plummeted since she arrived, and with rumors swirling about a potential move to the EuroLeague, the league could be facing an even bigger crisis. Clark's Rookie of the Year win was leaked on Twitter over a week ago. Yet the WNBA has remained silent. No official announcement, no celebration. Meanwhile, Nike, the brand that supposedly backed her with a massive deal, has seemingly cut ties, going months without posting about her. The lack of support and outright hostility she's faced is alarming. Now Europe is calling. With higher salaries and a fresh basketball culture, a move overseas could be the best decision for her career. Has the WNBA mishandled its biggest star to the point of no return? Today, we break down Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise, the challenges she's endured, and whether a move to Europe could redefine her legacy.
WNBA has been a mess this year. It has been so unprofessional, and they need to step it up, and they need to step it up quick, and they also need to, I don't know if an apology is warranted to Caitlin Clark, or they just need to, in general.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA has been undeniable. She's drawn in new fans, delivered electrifying moments, and become must-watch TV. The league didn't just get a talented player in Clark, they found a true star with that rare it factor that elevates the entire game. But despite her success, Clark has faced serious challenges in the WNBA. One of the biggest issues? The league's intense physicality. Night after night, she's subjected to relentless pushing, shoving, and aggressive play from opponents who see her as the biggest threat on the court. It's no secret that teams target her, knowing that disrupting her rhythm gives them a better shot at winning. What's even more frustrating for Clark and her fans is how often these overly physical tactics go unpunished. Whether due to inconsistent officiating or simply the burden of being a star, she's had to endure rough treatment that many feel is unfair. The constant hits and uncalled fouls only add to her frustration, raising a tough question. Is the league truly protecting one of its biggest assets? And then, of course, there's the issue of money.
Wembanyama, who was, an NBA star coming into the league, he just finished up his rookie season. He's going into his next. If you look at his rookie salary, which was around $55 million for 4 years, and then you look at Caitlin Clark's $300 and I think it was $38.
Despite being the face of the WNBA and one of the game's most exciting talents, Caitlin's paycheck is nowhere near what she deserves. Compared to her male counterparts in the NBA, or even players in international women's leagues, her salary is shockingly low. She's filling arenas, drawing new fans, and elevating the league, yet her compensation fails to match her true value. Meanwhile, European clubs and leagues like the Women's EuroLeague are offering far more lucrative deals, even to players without Caitlin's talent or star power. Many European players earn significantly more than their WNBA counterparts, despite the competition not always being as intense.
Sponsor folks that don't think she is praised enough and she is above reproach in terms of criticism, or that praising another player is an affront to her, is like, whoa, bro. Also, you're not mentioned talking about women's basketball. I've never ever seen you before in my life.
It's a frustrating reality for Caitlin, She's put in the work, become the face of the league, and consistently delivers game-changing performances, yet her salary doesn't reflect her impact. Meanwhile, women's basketball in Europe, particularly the EuroLeague, has seen significant growth in recent years. Not only are players paid better, but they're also treated like true superstars, playing in packed arenas with passionate fans and intense rivalries. The atmosphere is electric, and in many ways, the support for women's basketball in Europe feels even stronger than in the WNBA. For a player like Caitlin Clark, that could be incredibly tempting. What may have started as a simple trip to Europe to recharge after a demanding WNBA season could turn into something more. Experiencing the respect, appreciation, and financial benefits European leagues offer could be enough to sway someone who has, at times, felt undervalued in the WNBA.
It seems like this entire season, she was the solution for so many things, but so many players, coaches, media people, so many people were also painting her out to be the problem. She could never do enough. She could never speak out enough. Her fans were the issue. Fever fans were
part of the issue. Though Caitlin initially planned to take a break from basketball, she's been open about her competitive nature. In fact, she's admitted she'd likely get bored quickly without the game. After all, she's driven by her love for basketball and an insatiable desire to compete. The thought of picking up a basketball again, but this time in Europe, where she'd be better compensated and treated with the respect a star of her caliber deserves, has to be in
the playoffs. The Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
Imagine the headlines. Caitlin Clark signs with a top EuroLeague team. The ripple effect would be immediate, and the impact on European basketball would be seismic. Fans from across the continent would pack arenas just for the chance to see her play. EuroLeague ratings would skyrocket, and her presence could attract sponsors and media attention that women's basketball in the region has never seen before. But what about the WNBA? If Caitlin were to leave, it wouldn't just be a loss for her team. It would be a devastating blow to the entire league. She's one of the WNBA's biggest stars, and her name alone has brought in a wave of new fans. Her ability to create excitement and boost ratings has been a key driver of the league's growth. Without her, the WNBA would almost certainly see a major decline in viewership.
Somebody that's come along, who, by the way, I'm going to go there, who happens to be white, and brought a level of attention and allure to the sport it had not received before. And what we were seeing, an abundance of folks appeared to be...
The WNBA has long struggled to reach the same level of recognition and media attention as the NBA, and losing a marquee player like Caitlin Clark would be a crushing blow. There's no doubt that her presence directly impacts ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and TV ratings. If she were to leave for Europe, those numbers could plummet, leaving the league scrambling to fill the void left by its biggest star.
Exactly what I'm saying, because I think it makes a mockery of the women's game. If the focus on, now we just have to have people because of marketing and their attention, and they're not as talented, and we're not putting the best.
The WNBA should see Caitlin Clark's potential move to Europe as a serious wake-up call. If the league wants to keep its brightest star, it needs to start treating her better. This isn't just about money, though fair compensation is a major factor. More than anything, it's about respect and creating an environment where star players like Caitlin feel truly valued, not just for their talent on the court, but for the excitement, attention, and revenue they bring to the league. Caitlin has proven time and again that she can handle the pressure, physicality, and spotlight that come with being a star in the WNBA. But there's only so much mistreatment or underappreciation a player can take before they start looking for alternatives. Europe presents a tempting opportunity, a chance to be paid more fairly, treated with the respect she deserves, and embraced by a passionate new fan base. And if Caitlin makes the move, WNBA fans won't just forget about her. They'll follow her wherever she goes.
Thank Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell and all the rest for refusing to say die, refusing to lose, fighting back again and again and again, and playing at a much higher level than they should be at this stage and age. Was I ever entertained?